Hey guys, what's up? Killer here, back with another AFK Arena video. Now, in this video, I'm actually going to be doing the first video of a new series that I thought of when I was eating and making the new channel banner. So keep in mind that I came up with the idea for this challenge series before I knew that Abyssal Expedition was coming back. So I thought I might put it off when I figured that out, but then I realized I would never get to it. So I'm gonna try and stick to uploading like 2 times a week for this series, but I also plan to edit it more. So we're just gonna see how that plays out. I'm hoping to get at least 2 times a week, but at the same time, I'm always doing school. I'm always doing something else. Always playing other games. So I'm also hoping that with this alt account and me playing it and doing a challenge and uploading it on YouTube, that it'll actually help me stick to it and incentivize me to actually continue to create these videos and go through with this challenge. So with that, let's jump straight into the challenge.
Wait a minute!
But wait, I hear you asking, what kind of challenge is this? Well, I guess I should explain that now. The challenge is mostly of me going against AFK Arena current meta trends to a certain extent. And that's because obviously I can't just throw out the game and not play the game because that's the trend of the game, is to play the game. No. There's only really 2 things that you should know about the challenge, and that's 1, I will be going against this wish list right here. And that's because this wish list is normally recognized as the standard wish list. So I'll be going against it and not using any heroes that are on this wish list. And second, I'm going to try and not use any diamonds until I can get stargazing. Now I might use the first bunch of diamonds to try and get me off my feet or get me on my feet. But other than that, I'm going to try and save all my diamonds for stargazing, which I've never done before. Now, in regards to Celestials and Hypogeans, I'm going to have to use those until I get yelled at otherwise, because I really don't think I can live without them if I'm not going to use some of these core heroes that are super strong in certain parts of the games. So, I mean, I'll use certain heroes that have trial periods, as like right now. You can get a Celestial and a Hypogean as a trial and still get Ezio as a trial. So I'll definitely be exploiting that until I can get stargazing. And I still plan on stargazing for Celestials and Hypogeans because I don't think I'll be able to actually live without them. So now we can get started with the challenge. So finally, we're actually in game. I got the server up and we're playing on server 699 apparently, since that's the newest server. I probably am going to just skip most of this because chapter 1's pretty boring and nothing interesting happens. On top of that, I'll probably show some of it in case something weird happens, but most likely I won't show anything. But I'm not going to sit here and record forever because at the same time, I got a billion other things I'm trying. Oh, wait, that was interesting. Did you see? It showed the icon, like as you can change your avatar. It shows that it gives you that avatar. It's weird. I wonder if it'll do that when I get your. I guess I'll show up until then, but I don't want to take too much time on the first chapter. And after the first chapter, right before I do the final boss, I will put in all the redemption codes. I mean, I could do it right now, because right now, like I mentioned in my guide, you can access the ability to put the codes in right here at 1.3. So that's when you're first able to like mess around with your stuff. And oddly enough, they give you the Destiny's Choice right early on, which is weird. Audio's a little loud. I'll turn that down a little bit. But I mean, I guess we should. Obviously, I'm not gonna keep that frame. Customizations I'll do later. I'll name myself later. But for the most part, we're gonna collect everything that we can right now. I will do the quote-unquote sharing so I can get some dust. I will think if I want to pick Zephyriel or not, but I'm most likely going to pick Lucretia, even if this is an alt, because I think she's just better. She's way more fun to play with, and I mean, I've heard that Zephyriel's better earlier on, but still, I'm probably just going to pick Lucretia. So let's see if this era will give us the frame as well when I get her. Also noticing how bad it is to play without any speed. Even though I do have a lot of alts, it's been a while since I've played an alt, and I haven't played it with 4 times speed while I was in the game. So, and with that, we can also see that I got the era frame, which is weird. I didn't know they would show that now. I guess that's a lot more attuned and more detailed than before, because that's really interesting. And they forced me to level her up per usual. Oh no, I broke it. I pressed it too fast. That's not good. That's so not good. I've done this before. If you press the level up too fast, the equipped... Oh man, the equipped gear doesn't show up, and I have to restart, and it will make me level her again. It doesn't matter, because I'm just gonna throw her in the place where I can remove her levels automatically, because she's not good for first carry. Because I'll level her up pretty much to like 20 in the first chapter, so I don't have to die, and I could just beat it with one hero. But I'll be right back, because I need to get rid of this and restart. Okay, we are back. Hopefully I was able to fix the issue, and I was. See, the stupid tutorial is so unavoidable, and I hate it. But, I mean, I'll use her as a carry anyways for the first chapter. I can expect to reach, like, chapter 3 within this recording. I'll probably cut most of it out, but I expect to reach chapter 3. Okay, so I'm at 1-7. I think I'm going to choose the Destiny's Choice now, and I'm going to choose Lucretia now because I want to have her for the boss stage, so I don't have to level up Yura. Because if you have an elite before the boss stage, you basically don't need to level up a character, and I don't want to level up Yura. So I'm going to choose her now, and I think I made the better decision. I'm hoping. So we're going to... Reminds me, I need to go to the portrait and go down to Hogan and get his story, which is annoying that they don't just automatically give that to you. I hate going down there. So we're just gonna have... I actually never heard her voice. I don't normally have sound on in the game, which is interesting. So this is different. But we'll see how she works with this stage. I don't think it matters where I put them. I don't know how good she is early on. This is a good opportunity for me to test it. Her ult doesn't do AoE damage at the beginning, I don't think, her first time. This would be a good chance to look into it, since I can see everything since it's a lot slower. Yeah, but that second time she uses it, it does damage. She destroyed. I'm gonna see how that works. I've actually not looked into her skills. The first time Lucretia uses her ult, she absorbs 2 revolving skulls, absorbing their energy at the end of the battle. Until the end of the battle. After absorbing the skulls, her life leech is increased. Oh, I didn't know that. And the recovery rate is increased. Then she deals damage. So, like I thought. I thought I had it right, but I wanted to make sure. I was like, I don't know why it keeps telling me there's an event. But, I'll keep playing, and I'll let you guys know when I'm at the final level of the chapter. Okay, so we're back, and I put the codes in, so I've got some stones and stuff. That's horrible. I cannot believe I just got a Niru from the elite stones I got from the code. That's so not cool. There's a new code out. I just put it in. I'll put it in the description probably. So if you haven't seen it yet, it just gives you the 60 stones and what, like 100 or 1,500 gems. I don't think I'm gonna pick this now because what typically happens is you get hit by a dust wall at like 6-4, and I think I might pick dust here if I get hit by that wall. Otherwise, I probably won't pick it, and I'll probably pick some scrolls. But what's good about the codes is they give me scrolls. But now we're at the final boss, and I'm going to collect some stuff that it's given me, and we're going to try and see if we could do this. Like before, I still have Era at level 3. I did not do any leveling. We'll replace him with him because I will exploit the fact that I got an elite, even if it is fodder. Because the more elite, the better. Kinda hoping this goes the way I want it. I don't expect it to go very well, but I think Lucretia can carry pretty hard. I will pretty much use her as my carry until I develop another carry that, well, I mean, I don't even think I could develop another carry if it's not a Celestial or a Hypogean, because I can't use the heroes, which I'll elaborate more on. I'm not just doing the wishlist I showed in the intro, but I'll show you what I mean in a second when this is over. But this fight always takes way too long because I don't level. But I also don't want to level because then I waste stuff and I have to reset it and all that. So we're gonna watch Lucretia absolutely destroy that level because she's a beast. And now we have access to Ranhorn, which is fantastic. So this is the first summon. This goes off of the wish list it gives you, so I can't force what this is, but I'm really hoping it's not like one of the heroes that I'm gonna keep on the wish list, because then I don't get to use it. So Tree, not on the wish list. Is he good? Not really. So well, I'll show the wish list that I'm talking about. So obviously Rowan, we put Fox, we put Belinda and Lucius, but I also won't be using Gwyneth because she's obviously a huge late game carry and she's just good in general. So I won't be using her. The wish list also for the Maulers, which doesn't really matter, had the chicken, the Scrag, and everybody in Warwick as well. But I also won't use Numisu because he's better now. And I'm torn on Titus because he's somewhat good, but he's not really fantastic. If I can't use Titus, I'll use Citrana if I get one. But I won't use these heroes. As for the Wilder one, I had it set to this and this. So I didn't have Lorson in there. I don't know if I'm gonna use Lorson or not still as well. He's pretty good. But I don't think he's super significant. I probably won't use him. I will avoid using him. But that leaves like really bad Wilders. Solus would be somewhat of a carry. And then as for the Graveborn one, that was kind of my least explained one. I had some older heroes in here, and I was gonna go off of this anyways. But I'm also not going to use Damon, and Isolde is not good till he gets maxed out. So I'm good to use him. Gruzzle's just pretty bad. But definitely not going to use Damon. I've invested in a Theowen on my main account, and I like her, so I'll use her. because she's not really meta. Um, but uh, other than what's on here, I'm just not going to use Damon as well. Probably not Torn, just because I don't like Torn. He's kind of meta, but I just don't like him. So now we got to set this to heroes that aren't this. We'll just throw in, we'll throw in Titus for now, and we'll throw in Verk's. Verk's pretty meta.
The Wilders are a pretty placid bunch. Seems they don't fare so well against
I gotta
the
throw in
Maulers,
Tundra
though.
in there. I have to have Inoki in there because I need a tank, and I won't use Verk. I'll throw Dress in there just because I feel like it. Light Bearers. I gotta throw Rigby in there for the memes. Cecilia is my best option. Hendrik will probably go Ishilda, and I think Rain has potential to be the best support out of the ones I can't use, especially since she's the only support out of the ones that I can't use. We'll use Wilders, we'll do Kaz, we'll do Tree, Cyrus, Solus, and I'll do Gorvo. I don't want to use Lorson, and we'll do Theowin. We'll do we have to do Grezel. We have to do, I don't know about Baden. Isolde. I don't know if I want to use Baden or Kelvin. Baden is pretty bad. But I don't know if I probably want to use Isabella. Yeah, she's looking pretty good with damage late game. But let's actually get into the summons, and then we'll probably try and push through chapter 2. Oh, a double off the bat. I should have just opened them all. Okay, Grezel, not really amazing. I would have liked like a better tank or something. But I'm not gonna complain about a double. And Tree. So we already have an elite. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Or elite plus is what I mean. But we're gonna assume that's a good thing since I can use him as a tank. Obviously nothing. We're gonna see if we can at least get an elite on this one. Okay. So I want to get one. Yeah, okay. That's what I wanted. I wanted to get one more. Not Cyrus though. I definitely did not want to get him. That's a big disappointment. But like I said, I'm not really gonna be getting good heroes. So I guess I'll just have to deal with it. I don't know how much I'm gonna do Labyrinth on this account because I don't know how much that'll affect it. I don't know. I don't know. I'll try and do Labyrinth. I can get Wukong now. So the next hero I get that's new, I will go through all the stuff with the Facebook sharing and whatever and all that because it's stupid annoying. I'm not gonna trade any of these in. Actually, I'll just do the Facebooking right now and I'll be right back. Okay, so we got Wukong. I did that real quick. It's a lot easier on BlueStacks than like on my phone or something because it just tells me that I don't have Facebook. And I did not grab his thing, his gems, which I meant to do. But we're definitely going to use Wukong, obviously. We like have to, because I've got no other real good options. I think our first team is going to consist of Olmis, Lucretia, Wukong, and Cyrus, because I need a faction buff. And then I don't know who the last one will be. I think we'll just use Ira for now, as much as I hate to say that. I think we're just going to use her now, because I don't really got any other great options. I hate getting all these gems. I'm debating whether or not I should use all these diamonds or whatever to ascend or to summon right now, or I should start saving and just use scrolls, because I can totally live off of the fact that I've got this Lucretia. I think what would be best for my team, the best case scenario, is if I get a Solus. I think that's the best thing that can happen, and I get a Gorvo to replace Cyrus. I think that's the best chance my team has if I can get a wilder team, especially with Gorvo being invade. That would be really nice to have. I don't think I'm gonna reset her though. I'll equip these guys, and I will level up Lucretia to like 11, so I can get her next ability. But I can go a while before I level up the rest. Oh my gosh, it's so tedious doing this loot process at the very beginning. I don't like it. Arden, I didn't think about that. He'd be a pretty good choice. I think I'll finish chapter 2, and then we will we'll decide what we're gonna do from that point forward. The problem with investing in the Wilder team early on is because chapter 5 and 6 are very Mauler heavy, and that's gonna be a problem. I'm hoping that Lucretia is just a mad carry to the point to where I won't have any trouble with chapter 6 like I normally do. But I also have the Ezio that I can try. But I probably won't do that. And I can also use their trials too now. Huh. Interesting. I don't remember making that available that early on. I mean, it used to be at chapter 1. The second you got events, you can get it. But then I thought they changed it to later. But I'll play here at chapter 2 for a little bit, and I'll get back to you when I'm like halfway through or at least done. Alright, so we're at the last stage of chapter 2, so that's pretty good. It was super helpful to get the ×2 at the 216 because that made it a lot less dreadful to get to 28. This is what our team's kind of looking like right now. I think I'll just spam level Lucretia because she is a beast. She is insane, and I'm kind of debating on whether or not I should even be able to use her. But at the same time, if I can't, I have 0 carry. So I'll use her, and at the same time, since she's such a beast, I think I'll just save my diamonds for when I get stargazing, because if I can say I have that bug all the time. It's like Chinese for a second. That's weird. But I'll save my diamonds for stargazing, and then when I get to chapter 16, I will absolutely destroy stargazing and use them all on Lucretia or Taline. I can join a guild now. I might just join my guild. Which reminds me, I should just name this account something. But there's a reason I wanted to get to chapter, the end of chapter 2. And I'll just name this Ida Killer Alt, because if I join my guild, then it will be the same. I'll change this to that because I feel like it. And there's a reason I wanted to get to the end of chapter 2, and that's because after I beat the last boss, I can go and see the PvP and see where everybody else is at, kind of generally. At least until I get to chapter 5, where I can see where they are exactly at. But I want to see how late I got into the server, because that'll tell me a lot about how hard I gotta push, and everybody who's working with their own teams and all that. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people are really far ahead because of Lucretia and Zafrael. So right now, that's my power rating. That's kind of what I'm looking at, is other people's power ratings. Typically, if they're really far in, it's gonna look like 30,000-ish. That's like they're all base 61 elites and maybe like a legendary, and they've got like a level 81 too as well. Okay, so there's a person definitely pretty far. They are making use of the trial, which is interesting, but they've got a Rowan, which is really annoying. They're on chapter 616. So if I were to play this in one day and just grind it out, we could make it to 6-4 and make it there. But as we can see, the leading group's at like 616. So There's probably somebody hiding in here who's way farther. But that's generally what we're looking at. 551st in my ladder. So I mean that's not horrible. That's not that bad. As long as people aren't on chapter like 9, then we're pretty good. Um, so before we end it off, I want to talk about what I'm working on, and I guess I'll do that while I do this stuff. But um, future episodes, plans, things coming up. Obviously this will come out. This won't come out when I made it at the time of recording it because I have to edit it, and that's gonna be a pain in the butt. But I might have an Among Us video coming out of the guildmates in AFK in our Discord. If I do that, it will definitely 100% come out after this because I will probably edit that more than I edited this. So that'll come out before or after this. The only other plan I have for episodes or videos coming out would probably be another Pixelmon video, but I don't know when I get that out. I don't know if I'm going to get that out before this or not. If you see this and it's out before that, great. If it's not, I'll be working on it, especially if the Among Us video doesn't happen. But I really want to get one out because it's a super fun game. Obviously, you know about it. If you don't, you're probably living under a rock. But I will try and not do anything off video and off camera because I don't want to go crazy push and be like, oh, I only did a little bit and I'm on like chapter 10. I may push to like 5 because 5's where it gets a little bit more difficult. I got to strategize a bit. But as for now, that's all I got planned for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this new little challenge series. Pretty excited about it. Gives me a little something to do. Like I said, Abyssal Expedition is coming out. It starts in 2 days at the time of recording. So I might be busy, but I'll try and get editing done before that and maybe get another recording out before that so I have time. But like I said, it's out. It'll definitely consume a lot of my time, and I did miss a lot of my classes, so I'm also catching up on that. So definitely recovering from an illness is not helping out, but I'm going to do my best to get some content out, especially this new challenge because it's super fun. Hope you guys are enjoying it. If you are, like and subscribe, obviously. And until next time, I've been AFK Killer.